What's bracking, guys? Welcome to this player growth / dynamic potential test. We're going to be looking at a bunch of kind of 22 to 26-year-old players with below 77 potential. You saw Godinho with 74 potential, Horvath with 75. So basically, we're going to see how dynamic potential comes into effect to these players, how much they can grow. You can see Gallardo with 76 potential, Miazga with 75, McNair pretty much, I think, left in 2 seasons, so he obviously had underneath 77. I think it was about 76, 77. But Miles Robinson was 77 potential. Brooks Lennon was 73 potential. Kellen Acosta was 77 potential as well. So a lot of mostly Mexican-American players in here. Jordan Morris with 74 potential. Carlos Fierro with 67 potential. Eric Gutierrez with 76 potential as well. Then Arturo Gonzalez, 74 potential, was kind of going to be expected to be a wonder kid back in the day. But Juninho Bacuna with 77 potential. Zelalem with 69 potential, nice. Chofis Lopez with 70 potential. Paul Arriola, 74 potential. And then Kyle Larin, 75 potential. A couple other players, Jesus Godinez, Thicbe, 68 potential. And Tyler Walker with 74 potential. So we'll see how they grow at the end of this first season. See Godinho already growing pretty well up to 74 potential. Afonso Gonzalez. We're actually going to go by goals. You can see all these players had huge seasons. Gonzalez, Larin, Morris growing quite a bit. Juninho up to 74 potential already, so he's going to be growing quite a bit. Gutierrez basically already hitting his potential, as well as Gallardo. So a lot of these players are growing quite rapidly. Arriola has hit a potential of 74. Again, Gutierrez has the 76 potential, is already up there, as long as Gonzalez hitting the 74. Bacuna is a few points away himself, close to a couple points away as well. So some pretty good growth right away. Tyler Walker was an interesting one because I did have some issues with his contract, so I think he left in a couple seasons, and he didn't have the most playing time. Miazga already up to his potential to 75. Brooks Lennon at the 73, already up to his potential. Morris exceeding it because his overall is the same as his potential as well. So interesting to see the growth here of some of these players, as pretty much a good amount of the key players who had a lot of goals and assists have already hit or are exceeding their potential. So pretty cool to see, as Larin is actually at his potential as well. Godinho is a couple points away. So we'll get here to the end of year 2. Godinho exceeding his potential of 74 to up to the 76. Then Horvath does have a 75 potential, but he only made like one appearance. So I think he's a player who may not hit it as quickly as some others. So we'll see how that goes. Gallardo, though, again, he had 76 potentials, now up to 78, so some good improvements there. And had a very good season, 15 goals, 6 assists, so that certainly is why he's up there. Miazga stayed stagnant with his overall. Again, 26-28, so that happens. Miles Robinson up to 75 overall, so is now with a +3, just about 2 points away from his potential at the moment. Got the starting spot as McNair ended up leaving after 1 season. I think he just wanted to leave, wanted to get out of there. But Lennon up to the 75, and he's exceeded his potential by 2 points already, with a goal and assist on the season. So pretty good campaign from him. Moving over now to Kellen Acosta, up to the 77, so he has now hit his potential, and we'll see if he continues to exceed it. As we'll move on to Jordan Morris, who had a big season, 25 goals he had. He had a really big season. It was 25 goals and 4 assists, I believe, in all campaigns, and so 76 overall has exceeded his potential by a couple points already. And then we'll see Carlos Fierro, who's pretty much been playing like as a backup, but has actually gone above his potential of 67. Eric Gutierrez up to the 78, has exceeded his potential by 2 points now. So big season, 19 goals and 15 assists. He's a player who had a higher potential in previous FIFAs as well, and it was in the mid-80s about. Same with Gonzalez, who's now up to 76, so has exceeded his potential by 2 points. Bacuna, a point away from hitting his potential. He's one of the younger players, so that I think we'll see that kind of 23 is a really good kind of age for players to kind of hit that potential and try to exceed it, as Lopez has now gone above his potential, which was the same as his overall by a point. Arriola leaving the club. I'm sure many people who are U.S. men's national teams fans would be happy to see that involving him leaving the national team. Now Kyle Larin, with a huge season, has exceeded his potential by 2 points, getting up to the 77. Tyler Walker, 3 points away from his potential to 71, but he was not very happy with his playing time, so that has become a factor. His Godinez up to the 67, a point away from his potential now. So pretty solid improvements all around, really. as we'll look on to the end of year 3 now, with Godinho hitting the 77 overall. So he's exceeded his potential by 3 points so far. And a pretty good season on him. He's kind of taken the reins from Horvath, who's leaving the club because he wasn't getting enough playing time. Gallardo continues to really go past that potential with another good season, up to the 81 overall. And again, he hit 76 potential. Miazga has now gone past his potential at the 76, and Miles Robinson has hit his potential of the 77 overall. So pretty good improvements from these players all around. Obviously, Brooks Lennon has gone up to the 77 overall, and looks like he's another guy who's really going to have dynamic potential come to effect, along with Kellen Acosta, who has now exceeded potential by a couple points, getting to 79. Jordan Morris continues to grow, 79 overall, so he's really getting that dynamic potential coming into effect. Carlos Fierro is leaving the club. Would like to maybe see him stay a little bit, but it's kind of a bit hard to keep contracts going. Gutierrez now up to the 80 overall, then Alfonso Gonzalez up to the 78 overall. Bacuna has now gone past the potential by 2 points, getting up to the 79, and it looks like he's probably going to be one player who really gets it going when it comes to dynamic potential. 75 overall, Paul Riolas, he has exceeded his potential, dynamic potential to come into effect a little bit for him, as well as Kyle Laren up now 4 points from his potential up to the 79 overall. Tyler Walker, I think this is a season where he leaves because his contract was running out. And he was going to hit his potential most likely, probably not exceed it too much. But now moving on to end of year 4, Godinho stays at the same overall. Still been in good form, and he's gone past his potential by a few points. So Gallardo continues to grow a lot, 83 overall now. And Miazga is also going to grow a little bit in this season. Looks like Gallardo in the Premier League has actually played fairly well. So the guys are in the Premier League now. Miazga stays at the 76 overall. Miles Robinson does not grow either. As you move down to Brooks Lennon, who is going to get more improvements to age 27. This is usually when a lot of players try to stagnate a little bit, like between 26 to 28. Sometimes they don't grow as much, but with him, not the case, as Kellen Acosta doesn't go up to 81 overall, as he's really having potential come to effect quite a bit, along with Jordan Morris up to the 81 overall at age 30. And then now Gutierrez, 82 overall, has gone past his potential by 6 points so far. Meanwhile, Gonzalez up by 5 points, as he's now grown to the 79 overall at age 30. And Juninho continues to grow a lot. 81 overall at age 27. We'll see how far he goes, because he seems to be the one that really is having big dynamic potential boosts. Zelalem, not really improving much. Lopez is only ended up growing by a point, as he's going to be leaving the club now. Kyle Laren, however, up by 7 points from his potential. His potential was 75. He's now at the 82 overall at age 30. So really good work from him in that sense, that his dynamic potential has really come into effect for him. Tyler Walker has I think you can really see playing time does, along with happiness, really comes into effect, the morale, as he's not grown all too much in reality. So Godinho has grown up by a point in this season up to the 78, as we'll move down to see Jesus Gallardo staying at the 83 overall, but still he's done a really good job with his growth up to the 83, exceeding the potential by 7 points. Then Miazga up to the 77 overall. Miles Robinson finally exceeding that potential of 77, getting up to the 78. He's a player who really should have higher potential in game. I think he should at least have like an 82, 81 potential. Now Brooks Lennon up to the 81 overall. Another big beneficiary of the dynamic potential has been him, as he's exceeded his potential by 7 points. Kellen Acosta at 81 overall at age 30 has not grown, but certainly could see some growth in a season or two. Jordan Morris up to the 82 overall. He's gone up by 8 points from the start. His overall was the same as potential. So yeah, Eric Gutierrez up to the 83 overall has exceeded his potential by 7 points. And meanwhile, Alfonso Gonzalez has improved by 8 points. Since hitting his potential, of 74 overall. Bacuna continues to improve, 82 overall at age 28, a big season, 11 goals and 2 assists. Then Zelalem has grown by a point. He's another player I think you can see where form and morale comes to play. But Kyle Laren has gone up to the 84 overall, so he's gone past that potential by 9 points. And Godinez has hit his potential finally, and then Tyler Walker had actually grown by a point. And I think this is the season now. I'm pretty sure he's leaving, but he would hit his potential nonetheless in the end, which is not terrible. But Godinho stays at the 78 overall, and Jesus Gallardo continues to grow, now up to the 85 overall at age 32. So a pretty good season from him, and he has really benefited from the OP dynamic potential, getting up quite a bit from that 76 potential he has listed now. Miles Robinson getting up to the 80 overall at age 30, pretty good improvements. Brooks Lennon stays at the 81 overall, no growth from him in this season. Kellen Acosta goes up by a point at age 31 to get to the 82 overall. And then we'll move over to Jordan Morris, who finally starts to decline, but either way, he gained 8 points from this potential, so diamond potential really helped him quite a bit. So he's one of the first players we'll see stop growing. Eric Gutierrez up to the 85 has exceeded his potential by 9 points. Alfonso Gonzalez continues to grow also has exceeded his potential by 9 points, hitting the 83 overall. So pretty good goal and assist output, and Bacuna continues to grow 84 overall. And only age 29. We've seen quite a few players grow at 31, 32, such as Kyle Laren, who's gone up to the 86 overall at age 32, and has improved from his potential by 11 points. So big growth from him he had in that season. And we'll move on to the next season here, as Godinho does stay at the 78 overall, but still has exceeded potential by 4 points, so that's pretty good growth over the years. Gallardo finally goes down in his overall at age 33, but still grew quite a bit. He got to the 85 overall with just 76 potential. Miazga has grown by a point up to 78, so he's exceeded his potential by 3 points. Probably will stop growing about now. Miles Robinson stays put at the 80 overall himself, and Brooks Lennon grows by a point, age 30, 82 overall. So another player who's grown quite a bit with ending up 9 points above his potential. Kellen Acosta has gone 6 points above his potential at 77, now up to 83 at age 32. And then Jordan Morris continues to decline there. Eric Gutierrez up to the 86, so a nice plus 10 he's had from his potential. So dynamic potential really has come into effect in a big way for him. Finally, Alfonso Gonzalez is starting to decline, but he still grew 9 points above that potential of 74. Now, Bacuna continues to improve, 85 overall. Kyle Laren finally starts to decline here, 84 overall. So he got up to 86, and he was a big winner in this dynamic potential test, going up 11 points from his listed potential. Now, Godinho actually gets a boost in this season at age 33, so pretty big improvement for him. Gallardo continues to decline. Now, Miazga is retiring, goes down huge. Miles Robinson stays at the 80 overall, age 32, so he has gone up 3 points above that potential, but that's not bad. Brooks Lennon stays put as well at 82 overall, at age 31. Then Kellen Acosta does finally start to decline, going down by 4 points at age 33. Jordan Morris continues to decline as well. He's retiring at the end of the season. Now Gutierrez, Gonzalez have stopped growing as well. But here you see Bacuna up to the 87 overall at age 31, and as well as LLM age 32 getting up to 68. Just to point out here his potential. And then Godinez starts to decline now. So we're pretty much getting towards the end of this here, this test. It's one more season. Godinho at 79. So yeah, I mean, goalkeepers, I think they tend to not have too much diamond potential come into effect compared to other positions, but I do think they can grow quite a bit still nonetheless. But age 32, Brooks Lennon's staying put at the 82 overall, so that's pretty promising, as he has looked pretty good over the years with this improvements. Then Kellen Acosta retiring finally. However, Juninho Bacuna at the 88 overall is pretty much the last player standing. Him, Brooks Lennon, Godinho, the last players to not decline. But after this season, they would start to decline. And that is how we'll wrap out this video now. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate all the love and support on the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button. I love you. I'll be signing out now, and I'll catch you guys later.